All right, of course, Charles Barkley hasn't really been on any video games since what? NBA Live 98, was it? Or 2000, one of the two. I know that I think it's been 2000, because that's when he retired. I know that since he's retired, he hasn't been on any games. And, NBA Live is now trash now, so everybody plays 2K, NBA 2K, and he's not on that as a legend, and he hasn't even been on that game as an analyst. First it was Ernie Johnson and Shaq, and now Kenny Smith is on the game, but Barkley has been inconspicuously absent, and he explained why he's not on the game. He said, quote, Barkley says that his likeness is not in NBA 2K because they declined his request that they give money to retired players in exchange. So the article goes on to say, so instead of 2K giving the money to Barkley, who would then give the money to retired players, he wanted the game's creators to give it to them directly, thereby causing a dispute, which means no Chuck in NBA 2K17. But there is another reason. Chuck isn't the biggest fan of video games and thinks they're dumb. Regardless of what Barkley's thoughts are on video games, he won't be there to tell you that your maxed out stats creator player is good enough to lead his team to an NBA title. What a shame. Yeah, I mean, some people feel that way about video games, but I mean, they're fun. They're fun, especially for people who have creative minds and like to make super teams and like to live in the past, I guess, and make a all Phoenix team like I do with Sir Charles and Chambers and Walter Davis and Dennis Johnson, who I always up his stats to make him peak form Johnson, not Boston Celtic Johnson. I make him Afro Johnson, circa 1979 or 78. Well, actually, he was with the Sonics then, but the early '80s Phoenix version of Dennis Johnson, Alvin Adams, and Paul Westphal, and all those guys, But I mean, you gotta blame really 2K on that one. I mean, look, Charles Barkley rarely wants to be on any goddamn thing, and he's giving you that. You still don't want to do it. I mean, fuck it, One thing I don't understand about 2K is they'll pay all of that fucking money for the soundtrack, but they can't. I mean, really, nobody really buys 2K for the music. I mean, shit, you can have a goddamn barbershop quartet playing music. All I give a fuck. Just put the legends on the game, man. Spend all that money you guys put toward the soundtrack. Just have a barbershop quartet play. This is NBA 2K. This is NBA 2K. You are playing 2K. Pay them motherfuckers $100 a piece and put the rest of that thousands of dollars you put for the soundtrack to legends. That game would be the shit, man, the absolute shit. But they don't want to do that. So I blame 2K.